light triggered while driving, and look at the display. It actually says hi. So this Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500, it's a 2007 with OM642, can actually recognize that your engine oil is slightly overfilled. When I did measurement in the garage on the flat level, it was saying it's okay, but maybe it's very slightly, just millimeter or 2 millimeters, maybe it's above the top mark, because it says high right now. So I am back at the shop. The engine is on operating temperature. It's still pretty hot. It was sitting over 5 minutes. It's probably like 10 minutes already, so the electronic system should work. And it's on perfectly level surface. So let's go and see. Number one, let's go see how the electronic system will read, and then we will use the dipstick. So here we are in the cabin. I will use the key to put ignition on, and I will scroll using the M button to the engine oil measuring. When it's flashing, it means it's reading. And look, it says okay. So this what I did just a few days ago, and I filmed it for you how to use this system. It says right here okay, but let's go and see the final item, and that's the physical dipstick in the engine bay. Here we have our lever. You heard that opening? That lever should be somewhere right here. Alright. And engine oil dipstick, it's right here. I didn't look yet, but my assumption, my guess is that it will be very slightly, I don't know, millimeter or two above that top mark on the dipstick. I will first show you where exactly it is. So the transmission dipstick tube is capped. It's a brand new tranny. There's the breakable pin here, so I didn't even touch that. But here is the engine oil dipstick. So there's not even way that somebody could confuse it. These vehicles don't come with dipstick for tranny fluid. It's just here for the engine. So let's go and finally see what's going on with this. And again, the vehicle was here sitting like this for at least 10 minutes, maybe 15. So all the oil had the time to go in the oil pan, right? So now we have a dry dipstick. And if you read, they made it really clear. This is a very good job on Mercedes part. It really shows the plastic, shows that it should be, the max should be where the silver, where the metal part is. So that's the top, obviously it should be not touching this plastic whatsoever, and the level should be between those, obviously, and not also touching the bottom, because that will be between the minimum range. And we think it will be touching the top plastic. Let's go and see. And it's shocking, guys, because it's not. I will redo it one more time, because the oil started flowing, but it was right on the edge of that. Let me get it out to you. It's a full synthetic oil, so it's expensive oil from Mercedes-Benz. But look at it. If you look with me, it is not touching that plastic. Here on the other side, tiny bit. So one side is slightly, It's right on the edge of that of the plastic. The other one is very slightly on top of it, but that might be me getting it from that dipstick tube. So I will go, since it's right on the edge, and I'm assuming when it gets hot the computer will say it's too much, so I will go ahead and actually remove a little bit of that oil from the engine, because I really want to see it only between the marks, because it's triggering that light. Now there are two ways. I can use this oil dipstick tube and put evacuator through here, or I can just drain it on the bottom. What will be better in this case? I bought this fluid evacuator. It's a Mighty Wack MV7400. Long time ago, when I was messing up with Mercedes-Benz vehicles in my driveway. You saw those videos. I'm sure I review it on this channel and so on. So this tube should be long enough to reach to the bottom of the pan. So what I'm doing right now, I'm putting it in the engine oil dipstick tube. Now why have it here on top? Well, if I put it on the ground, this will not reach all the way down there. So there are all kinds of tricks you have to play with this if you want to use it. Right now I did hit the bottom, it stopped. And as you can see, I really have to have it high here. It might be not even long enough to stand nicely. Well, maybe if this was shorter, but it doesn't matter. So again, it's right here, it's coming up. So let's see, right here. But the speed is just so slow. After all that work, I think I have like a half of quart out. Unbelievable. This is a junk. And oh yeah. Looking at that oil, I will say half of quart. And that won't be much change on the dipstick, I'm afraid. We will see. We will see. I just found a medium-sized tube, so it's not a thick one, which I just showed you. There is one more in that set which was supplied, and this one did fit in the engine oil dipstick tube. Let's see, the oil is here. It's moving faster. Coming in. I can hear it pouring, hopefully you can too. Yep, let's keep pumping. This one will move the fluid faster. You can probably hear it pouring down there, but it's still too slow. You hear that? With this speed to get a quart out, it will take like what, 5 minutes of pumping? Absolute nonsense. And let's see what I caught, what I got out using that larger diameter tube. Maybe if it's another half quart, we will have 1 quart out. Trying to pour it that you can see it. After all that work, I can surely hope for some change. Oh, look at it. Okay, now we are talking. It's in the middle. Before it will start flowing anywhere, we were able to lower it. And this is fantastic. That's the first time tonight. Good news. I will redo it. We will recheck this level. But this is good. Because that means, yep, we have the same results. Immediately I want to show you without moving. Yeah, you can see it. I'm trying to watch the display, right? So it was before, it was touching all the way up here. Where is that center? Come on, baby. Do you see? Yeah, you see it. There is exposed metal. That's a good news. I will be able to take this home tonight. I will, under absolutely same driving conditions, observe that light, and I will gladly report you results tomorrow. And before even driving anywhere, put the dipstick back, you can see it, before even going anywhere tonight. Let's go and see if that measuring sensor, which is in the oil pan, will see any difference. So, ignition on, scroll to the oil, and we are right there, it's flashing, so it's measuring. Let's see if it will catch the fact we drained some. Oh, it's okay, so it's not saying it's low right now. Okay, cool, good to know. Which confirms to me that anywhere between those lines, the very high and very low, it will keep reading okay. When you will start dropping below it, it will go -1, -1.5, or -2/4. Okay, cool. I will talk to you tomorrow. And here is the result of lowering that engine oil yesterday. I have no warning light coming on, and everything is fine. I love it. So what is my conclusion or learning after this? When I work on my Toyotas, because that's what I do for a living, I always try to put the engine oil right there on that top mark, and I consider this perfect. Here on this Mercedes-Benz design and engineering, it's actually a big mistake. If you own one of these, don't try to push that level right there on that top mark, because you will start having warning lights and you will have to remove some of the engine oil to be perfectly operating these vehicles. So this is my conclusion and learning. Hopefully that helps you with owning your Mercedes-Benz products. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. I will always have more videos coming your way soon. See you later, my friend.